Hello, my crafty friends. Today we are going to make envelopes that you can use. I'm going to call them stained glass envelopes, but you can use them in your journals. There are a couple of different ways you can use them. One way is to open it up and put it in the center of your journal. And um, I should have had an example of that, and I don't. But let me just show you real quick what I'm talking about. If you opened an envelope up and you made it your center piece of your signature, and some people do that, and then they take that envelope and they glue it back together to make a pocket. Okay, so that's one way you could use this technique. The other way is to just make these and then tip them in, or you can let me show you. You can either tip them into your journal, or you can sew this part right here into your signature, which will leave this open to be your so you can have your stained glass window in your book like this. And this way you can still use it as a pocket if you want to. And we're going to show, I think most of the ones I'm going to make, maybe I'll tell you what, this little one here may just be for art and not for a pocket. I'm not sure. But you can do them both ways. You can make them small or big, however you want to, and make it be a page rather than a pocket, or you can make it into a pocket. This was my daughter Hannah's idea. She saw, I don't have that die set right now, but the Tim Holtz die set that has, it has different textures like diamonds and honeycomb and different textures like that, that you can use, and it just cuts out the design. It doesn't actually cut out. Most dies, when you do them, they cut out the whole thing, and if there's something intricate, it's cut out in the piece that comes out, and what you're left with is just an outline of whatever that was. But these guys just cut out so that you keep your paper like it is, with this just cut out of it. And that's what, at least I'm hoping that's how it works. I'm pretty sure that's how it works. And that's what we're trying to do on some of these envelopes. Now, some people don't have dies, and they don't have a die cutting machine. And so we're going to start first with that. If you don't have that, now this is very simple because I am not an expert with an X-Acto knife. Mary at the Mariotier has done some amazing things in some of her journal pages with cutting stuff out. So she could do this great. She wouldn't need a die cut machine. She has one, I think, but she wouldn't need one because she could do this great. But I'm just going to do a simple version. And I went ahead and did some of it because I didn't want you to feel like you had to watch a whole bunch of this. But you just cut. I drew it, and I made sure I had room to go around it so that I don't have to worry about the trying to erase. Now here you can see I didn't do such a great job of drawing and or erasing, but hopefully you'll do a better job than that. But anyway, I'm just making this flower, and then I'm going to show you how to do this just with this flower. And you can, cut as intricate of things as you want. Okay. So I think you can probably already see where I'm going with this. This is a handy little magnetic cutting board. It works really good for trying to get inside an envelope to cut. If you don't have something like that, you can cut your envelope you know, at the sides and open it up and use a regular cutting board and then just glue it back together. That's not a problem at all. Um, Now then, when you've got your design on there, and this probably is it's too big. Okay. I'm just going to do this for now because I'm not sure what I'm really going to put in there. Maybe this, maybe something else. I want to try stuff out, you know. I don't want to be committed till I've auditioned stuff. But you could have it look kind of like that. You could also use, this is just wipe off paper, but you could also use something, here's some stuff I did on Jelly Plate. You could use something like that in there. You could also use just a colored piece of paper. You know, you could stick just like a pink or whatever piece of paper in there. So you could do that. You could put whatever you want inside it. I'm trying to decide what. I think I like this one. So let's oh. My ruler's on the floor, right where it doesn't belong. Okay. Now this, I want it to be almost the size of this envelope because my design goes pretty much almost edge to edge. So I'm just going to take it over a tiny bit. And then I'm going to give it a little bit of room that way. Okay. And then we're going to slide this in. Now you can glue it in there and it would be easy to do. Just, especially if you've got it opened up and you're going to glue the sides back, you can just glue this paper down first. But you could also, well, let's just do it. You could also just take your glue and go kind of like that. In different places. You don't have to glue it every place perfectly because it's not like you're going to be doing a lot of stuff to it. You're just, I don't remember where I put glue and where I didn't, but anyway. You just want it to stay down so it doesn't pop up and come loose. And then I would come here and glue it right in there so it glues all the way down. And I didn't get any under here, obviously. You can kind of tell once you've done some of it where you need to add some glue because it kind of pops up a little bit. This art glitter glue has this tiny little spout on it, which makes it kind of pretty easy to do this way. Okay, so now then I've got that and I can just use it like that and I can write on it or whatever, or I can actually go ahead and use it as a pocket. I can sew it in right here into my journal so it's a page. Actually, it would probably go like this, and then this side's a pocket and this side has your design. Or you could tip it in. You can do whatever you want to with it. But there's a way to do it if you don't have a die cut machine and you got some practice with an X-Acto knife. Or you can get practice by trying it. Now I want to show you with the die cut machine. Just a sec. Now my idea was stained glass. So I just took a giant black Sharpie, giant a Magnum Sharpie, and went over these envelopes. Oh, there's the one place I didn't get on the edge of that one. Um, so there you've got your black background. And then when you're going to use the dies, one thing I wanted, this is one I wanted to try because I think it'll be cute even if it's not real intricate, but it's the kind of dies that you might have because they're all together in one piece. It'll cut out these things, but I think it should leave, oh, maybe not. Now that I look at it, it'll cut out the whole thing. See, that's the problem with most dies, is that you're not going to have, wait, no, no, I think it'll work. We're going to try it anyway. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it on this board. I'm just going to slide it inside the envelope and try to get it placed kind of where I want it. And then we're going to put this on top. And we're just going to run it through and see what happens. Oh, I was going to actually use it on this one because this one's so small. I don't know if it'll use any of the other ones that I have. So, sorry. Try again. Now I'm putting this side down, and it should only cut on the top. It should only cut on the top. So we're going to, I should have probably tried it before I got on the video, but if it doesn't work, then you'll learn that as soon as I do. You're not supposed to have to roll it through twice, but I just want to be sure. And the bonus is you get some little dragonflies. That you can use on something else. But that's pretty cute, isn't it? And then we put some painty paper in there and it'll be even cuter. And then I've got these little dragonflies. There we go. We don't even need the pokey tool. That I can put on something else. So I'll save those. So let's put something in there and see how this looks. Okay, let's move these dragonflies because we're gonna keep those. They're cute. We'll use them. And let's cut a piece of this. Let's try this. Well, I kind of think I like that same gold kind of paper to go in this. Okay. Okay. Now we're just going to slide this inside here. And my daughter's idea was to do something that looked like a stained glass window and have a letter in there where you could just see handwriting poking through. So like a secret, secret hiding place for a letter. And so we're going to do that too. But I just decided to take this and do some other things with her idea too. That's what we do, isn't it? We take a great idea and do some more stuff. Okay, now with this one, I think I'm going to go in from this direction. and just put some glue in various places. Uh-oh. Okay. And you can do the same with this. You can tip it in, or you can sew it in your signature, and you've got a pocket. Or you can just use it like this and tuck it in a pocket or a tuck spot because it's small enough to do that. So there's that one. And then I want to try Hannah's stained glass idea on here. And I'm going to use this. I used my coupon today and went and got this because I didn't have anything like this that would do what she's wanting to do. But this is the one that she wanted to use. So I'm hoping it'll fit in this envelope. We'll see. If it doesn't, we'll use the flowers. And then we'll use that on another envelope. But yeah, it'll work. Okay. I think I'm going to... Okay. We'll try the other ones too. Come on in. Come on in. Hi, I'm making the stained glass one to put your manuscript in or whatever you write.
Fun.
Yeah. Oh, no, it's not if I'm very careful. Let's see. I wasn't thinking about this. I should have probably opened the envelope up and you have to be very, very careful so it doesn't tear up the lacy bits. Yeah.
Some of the belly shaking.
Yeah.
Almost done with the painting. I haven't gotten to the manuscript yet.
That's okay.
Can't touch it.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so perfect.
It's pretty, isn't it?
And now I know what size paper to use.
Yep.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, now there's some little pieces that I still have to get off. And I'll put some other paper in there because she hasn't got her. I'll probably want that something else for a background anyway because she wanted it to be where you could take the letter in and out. And we'll need something, but I will put it back, glue it down back here and not against this so you can see the letter in it. Okay, so let's move this out of the way. It's amazing how much the static electricity makes those things jump when you pull them off the magnet. Okay, let's find a piece of paper. Let me zoom in a little bit here. Sorry about that. Okay. I think I'm going to, well, I'm really liking this behind the black, so, or maybe that one. Okay. All right. Now then, I'm going to take this one and put glue on the back of it and glue it down in here. But that's what it looks like. And then when we put her piece of paper in here with handwriting on it, you'll be able to see the handwriting through the stained glass. But isn't that a fun thing to do with the envelope, to add to your journals? I think it is. So let's put some glue on it here. I think I'm going to take this back. No, I'm not. I was going to say I'm going to take it back out, but I'm not. I don't want to take the chance of it deciding to buckle up on me when I'm trying to put it back in there. Okay. Now this has something permanent back there to help it stay protected. The other thing you could do is take, I'll have to cut this though. Take a piece of plastic. Let's see. Go ahead and trim off the edges so we can, I'll probably need to cut it again, but I just want to, okay. So now I've got this piece of plastic packaging, and I can, although it will take more finagling, but I can glue that against this, and then you can still see through it, but it kind of will protect this a little bit from this side. Okay, I need to cut off a little bit more. Okay. Let's put this in. I'm going to put it inside there. Oops, I didn't cut off quite enough. I don't want to leave anything that's going to encourage it to come off or come unglued, so. And folding this down would have done that, so. Okay, now I'm going to slide it in like this and put it against that paper, and then I'm going to put some glue all the way around here. I'm going to just do this. Now I didn't put glue in here, but the main thing is that now it's protected from when I put papers in it. The edge of the papers won't catch on these little intricate things and tear them because that plastic's in there protecting it. So now I can put whatever I want to inside it. And I've got a pretty. So there's that. Now I do want to do some other ones with some colored envelopes just for fun. and just so I can see what these dies will do, because I think that it'll be fun. Okay. Let's bring the machine back up here. And I'm going to zoom out a little bit. Okay. Now, I really like this envelope, and I've got this die that's for making card fronts, and I haven't used it either, but it's made the same way, where it only takes stuff out, but it doesn't cut an edge. And that's what's important for doing this, is that it doesn't cut an edge. And I think the green will look good done this way. So I'm going to slide it in and then try to figure out kind of where the center is. Okay. I think that's pretty good. Okay, let's see if this worked. That was kind of a thick envelope, and I wasn't thinking about the fact that I also have you know, this second layer underneath, which might complicate things. Let's find a, you know, let's put this piece of paper under it to knock that stuff off. I'm just going to do this. It's not quite as efficient, but I think it'll work. Well, let's try it again. That doesn't work quite as well when you have it inside something, so, because you can't do this and make sure that you get it everywhere. But this little thing really, really works most of the time. So we're going to have to kind of encourage these other little pieces to come out. By hand, which is a little scary for me. I haven't done very much intricate die, and it's hard to tell. One thing I didn't think about when you do this is that really what you're getting here is the back. So it's not the pretty, I don't know how to explain it. It kind of has a softer rounded edge on the side that's down into the die, not the side that's up here. And when you do this with your envelopes, that pretty soft edge is now inside. That's the only negative I can really see to doing this. It still looks pretty, but it's just not quite. There's a place that didn't really cut well. There are a few little places that maybe I should have gone back twice, but not many. Okay. Now I'm going to put some of this inside it, and we will see how that looks. You could just put white in there, and that would probably look really pretty too. Let's find something white to put in there just to begin with so we can look at it and see. Well, this isn't white, but we'll put it in there first. It's cream color. It's close enough. See how elegant that looks? Doesn't that look pretty? But you can still bind it in your journal. Of course, you could do this by opening it up. And like I said, if you were cutting with an X-Acto knife, you could open it up and then glue it back. So you could do that and then have the prettier side on the outside, because then you could turn it over and cut from the other side. So that's something to think about. We learn as we go. I may put that in it because that looks really pretty, but I'm going to see what this will look like inside it. And I don't want the edge is really dark, and I really don't want that, so I'm going to cut that off. Oops. Now I'm going to scoot this a little bit because that would be too big to actually go inside if I don't make it a little bit smaller than the envelope. And I'm going to tuck that a little bit. Alrighty. And that's what it looks like this. And you could do this with the acetate window and put stuff in there if you want to too. I can't decide if I like that better or if I like the cream color in there better. But I can make another one, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and leave this part open for a pocket. So I'm going to put glue here. And I think I am this time going to just, I'm just going to run a glue stick over it. And because I know how Elmer's Extreme glue works, I'm going to get out one of my precious Elmer's Extreme glue sticks. I've been trying to use up everything else before I use these because they're precious and hard to get now. So, but anyway, I do want it to stick down good to this, so we're gonna all right, come on. Make sure that's down in there all the way. And then I'm going to press it from this side. Getting glue all over my hands, but that's all right. Okay, so that's what it's going to look like. And then I have a pocket that I can put stuff in back here. Okay. I think I do want to make another one with these other pieces just to show what they look like. Okay. Put that back in there. And I think this time I am going to open this up because that's such a big envelope. I can make it smaller and it won't be any problem. So let's trim this down a little bit. I think I'm going to go where this is now coming down straight. Got some paper stuck in there. There we go. We'll do the same thing on this side. Okay, now then that opens it up. And I may need to do it more even just to get it on here. No, that's going to work. Okay. So here's this. And this time, I think we're going to cut down. No, we want to do it this way. Because we want the pretty side to be there. See if we can put all three of them on there. I don't know if we can put all three of them on there or not. This envelope may not be. Oh, I think we can. Looky there. All right. Okay. Except I put this one up. That would have messed things up. Okay. And I am going to roll these twice just to be. Okay. I think the best thing about doing it this way is that you've got the ability now to use this and do a better job of. Oh, that didn't work, did it? Okay. Let's see if we can get it back in there. And I don't know. Let's do. Okay. It's just harder to do when you've got this big piece of stuff and to have it let's get this out of the way. The only kind of these dies I've ever done is where you pick up the whole thing and then you clean it off. And this thing works great for that. It's obviously not quite as good for something where it stays in the paper. So Now we know that. Oh, I'll clean those later. Okay. I think it works better if you push them out rather than try to pull them forward. So I'm pretty new to the die cut thing, so kind of I'm learning as I go here. Okay, I'm going to pause the video and take the rest of this out, and then well, that one just really did not cut through good. Okay, let me pause and I'll come back in a minute. Okay, well, when I tried to do this one the other direction, it didn't really, there were some places it didn't cut all the way through. And so I'll just have to, you know, cut out parts of this and use them in things. But that didn't work out very well. And I thought maybe it was because I had too much in one envelope, and so I did another one. But trying to get this out of the way was difficult. And so, you know, I turned it the other direction. Anyway, I tore up this envelope trying to do it, but it did all cut out. So, and I'll use this, but it didn't work quite like what I wanted it to do. Now I've got a smaller envelope, and I've got another idea, and we're going to see if that'll work. I'm going to put, I turned this, I'm going to put this envelope, you know, wrong side out here, so that this is going to be on the outside instead of on the inside. And then I'm just going to fold this back like this. And I didn't do that with those because I was trying to get 2 or 3 of them in there. And so I couldn't get the placement without it being on this magnetic board. So it just made it difficult. But we're going to try it. This board. No. Yeah, we're going to try it like this. And I'm going to run it through 2 or 3 times and see if it'll. Come on. Sometimes if they're really intricate, you have to do that. So I've heard. Okay. And I think it cut good this time. Let's see how well we can. So we got most of it out with that, but there's still little pieces that I'll have to take out. Okay. One thing's for sure, you got to really want to do this to to go through opening up the envelope and all of that. So that's for you to decide. I'm just sharing the opportunity of what you can do if you want to. and what didn't work for me. Okay. So now if we fold this one back, well, I could put, go ahead and put my paper in there. But see, you could do this like this and put it into a journal just like this. Or you could fold it up, and it kind of embossed on this side. You could fold it up and put it into a journal like that. Or like this. Let me find a piece of paper that'll fit. No. Excuse me. Okay. And I'm going to glue this down in here. Remove that. I don't want to get glue on it. Excuse me, goodness. And I'm just going to run glue kind of all in here. I could use the glue stick like I did before. And that may really be the best method to make sure everything is glued down. But I think you can get enough parts of it glued down this way that it's all right. Okay, my paper didn't go all the way. Oops. No. And that's what this one looks like. And I like it. And if you think what I'm going to do, since we are in a place where we can do this real easy, for this particular pocket, I'm going to go ahead and glue that down. And then I'm going to cut right there. And I'm going to do the same over here. Okay. Now then, I'm going to put glue on this. And I'm going to glue these back down. So now we have a pocket right here. And we have our design on this side. Anyway, I'm sure there are other things you can do with this. This was just the thing that Hannah and I thought of. So I've got pockets behind these. And this one's the same way, except this one, the envelope's, you know, it's tucked in, so you could just kind of tip this one in. And then here's another one with a pocket behind. And then there's this one where the pocket is in front of the paper, so you can see something in there, an image or text. And I'll be back in just a minute. I'm going to run get Hannah's handwriting sample. She just wanted something handwritten in there, so that was her idea. So I'm going to go get that, and I'll show you that, and we'll be through. Okay, I'm not sure if you saw where I showed the problems I had with these two envelopes, and then I did this one and it worked out okay. If you saw that, great. If not, I'm sorry. I think I didn't unpause. Anyway, I just wanted to show you that what Hannah was talking about, you could put a letter or something in here, and you can't tell what it says, but you can just tell there's handwriting in there, and y'all may not can even see that. But that was her idea of showing a letter without showing it, you know. And that's where this whole thing started, was with this. So I hope that you've learned something here that you can use, and I'd like to see what you do. Get some envelopes and play. God bless you. Bye-bye.